What's good, people? Welcome back to Love, Sex, and Society with Bridget, Angie, and Don. And if you're looking at the screen, I think this is going to be in the opposite direction for y'all. So, Bridget, Angie, and I'm the only guy on the show. So, if you can't figure out who the hell Don is, you're on the wrong show. We gonna talk about no this way. It's revert. Yeah,
Listen, I hate it too, bro. That should be Blondie. Blondie so bad.
Tonight we are gonna chop this show up real good, and we're gonna have some fun. So stay tuned till the end. We gonna make a let's make a sex playlist. We gonna make a sex playlist
Sex?
tonight.
I thought it was just
having no sex.
Sex. What if the people that ain't having no sex, they want to listen to it too?
They can put the candles out. I don't know how y'all be doing them things, but you know.
In the future.
I'm screaming. Y'all funny.
So we gonna have some damn fun tonight. But I don't know who's setting it off tonight.
Who?
I mean, I can.
Set it off, Angie.
Let's go, Ange.
Okay, so my topic for tonight is who taught you how to love, and was this particular person qualified to even be teaching anybody how they're supposed to love?
What's up? Who you want to go first, Don?
Sure, I can go first. So actually, nobody really taught me how to love. I learned how to love by failing with so many women, and I just would be like, okay, can't do that anymore. So it's hard to learn love, in my opinion. It's hard to learn love from somebody because everybody loves differently. Everybody looks at love in their own way. I've had friends of mine would try to put me on to, you know what I'm saying, this is what you're supposed to do. But if they wasn't in a successful relationship, why are you talking to me about it? Like, you haven't yet learned how to do it. That's why your shit keep failing. But yeah, trial and error is where I learned how to love. Like, whatever I fucked up with on the last relationship, I'm like, okay, don't do that anymore. Do it the other way. Do something different. And that's kind of how I learned to love. Yeah, a lot of damn failures. A lot of failures. But I'm good now, though. I'm good now. I learned the shit now.
So me, I learned how to love from my mother. And the thing about my mom, like how my mom taught me how to love, is like growing up, we really like struggle. You know, my mother was a single mother of 4 kids. So like we struggle a lot. And you know, they always got that phrase like, were you raised off of like love or survival? But I feel like I had a mixture of both. One thing my mother has always instilled in like me and my siblings is like every time we hang up the phone, we say I love you. You know, so I feel like, and my mom is also a Cancer. Me and my mother, we had the same birthday. So, you know, like Cancers, we're a really big nurturer. So it's just like she always give me that affirmation, like, I love you. We can get into an argument. And one time I even asked her, like, well, why do you always say I love you? You know, why do we always, because like it got to the point where me and all my siblings, we grow up and now we tell people that too, you know. And she'd be like, because if something happens to me tomorrow, I want to make sure that the last words I told you was that I love you, you know. And it's not just saying I love you, it's like showing it too. You know, I feel like my mom did sacrifice a lot. I feel like her love is like unconditional, you know. And so I'm gonna lie, I'm very grateful to have a mixture of learning both survival and love at the same time. Like it showed me that even if you're struggling, love is what matters no matter what, you know.
Right.
So yeah, I've learned it from my mom, and I'm very grateful because she's probably the most loving, nurturing person I could think of. And I feel like, you know, that's how me and my sisters and my siblings, you know, that's how we are. And that's what we like putting into, you know, my siblings' children too. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel that. I can relate. I was also taught how to love by an amazing woman, my grandmother. I was raised by my grandparents, so I feel like the type of love that I was shown is a lot different than the love that's out there now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do, I put that a lot on the type of boyfriend that I have now. Um, but yeah, I was raised with my grandparents, and I was over their house the other day, and she told me that they had been together and she said from when they started dating, they just hit 50 years this year. So
Wow.
yeah, so they've been together for a long time, and I feel that the age that they took me and my sister in was, I guess you can say, like a pivotal age in a person's life, because they had raised all their kids.
Mm-hmm.
They had three boys, so they had raised
Mm.
all their children. They all out the house now, and now all of a sudden they got two girls.
Yeah.
Wow.
Completely rent. They were done with their kids. They kids grown up, gone. And then maybe, I'd say maybe about like maybe a couple years after my youngest uncle moved out the house, that's when my grandparents took me and my sister in. And just growing up, and that two parent, I guess you say parent because my grandparents, but the
Right.
two parent household, and with them being my grandparents, my grandmother she was cooking dinner, she's cleaning up on the weekends, even though, they both work full time, but my grandmother still held down the role of, the woman in the household, and my grandfather held down the manly role in the household and stuff like that. And, you know, living with that, I feel like, with what Bridget said, she was taught love, and she was taught survival. I feel like I was taught love, and I was also taught that everything doesn't actually need to be so old fashioned.
Okay. Okay.
That it is that we shouldn't have to hold down these particular roles,
Mm-hmm.
because I just feel like, just men can do a little more. You know,
True.
men can definitely do a little more. There are
I
things that,
roll.
what you say,
I roll. Go ahead. I'm listening.
like, there could be days where, my grandfather could have cooked a little more meals. There are days where, I feel my grandfather could have did a little more laundry, things like that. Could have, helped
So
out
do
my
do
grandmother a
you
little.
feel like, sorry,
Go
go ahead.
ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
So like what does love mean to y'all? Like what exactly, if you could be like, this is what I expect out of love, or this is what would require for someone to love me, what would those be?
I
So
mean,
go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Because
I
mine's
mean,
probably gonna be long winded.
it's so, now listen, mine, I feel like mine is so like twisted, so twisted, because like, I do want to be the wife, I do want to be taken care of and things like that. I want my husband to be, the provider and all that stuff. But I do also have, very high boss energy inside of me. you
Mm-hmm.
know I also do want to be in a leadership, I guess you can say, like a leadership position in my relationship along with my man. So I don't know, it's like I want to wear the pants, but I also want to be taken care of.
Mm, mm. Yeah, you can't have both. No.
I know it's hard, that's why I'm in therapy.
But you would describe that as like love, like
I
like you
mean,
don't, like when I think about love, I think about like tending to someone when they sick, or even when they not their best self, you speak like words, like positive words to them, feeling back to themselves, being supportive like when they going through stuff. Like You like to be nurtured, you like to be held, you like to be kissed, you know.
See, I don't. Maybe it's just
Like,
because all of those things already happen in my relationship. I don't know why I feel the need to not bring it up because it's like that's my life.
yeah, but I'm just saying, like, in general, like, how do you
Yeah,
like to be loved?
the
Whether you're
way
in a
that I'm.
relationship or not, like, what do you like? What would you describe love? Like, that you like to receive? Do you like flowers every week? Like, do you like your man sitting down talking to you and asking you about your day? Like what?
See, and I feel like that ties into what I was saying. Like, it's like I do want to be taken care of. And when I say taken care of, I mean, encapsulating all those things. Like, I want to be nurtured for. I want to be, I want to be held after a long day. I want to be, wined and dined. I want the flowers, I want the affirmations. I want to be told the reassurance. I want to be told I'm beautiful and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I also, wanted to, I also wanted to be known that, how can I say this? I wanted to be heavily known of what he has and what
Okay,
he has to lose, I guess you would say.
you're toxic.
Mm.
You need a little bit
Mm.
more therapy.
You
Girl,
had me. You had me.
it's
I
why
was
I'm in it.
rolling with
Andy ass
you.
It's
out,
why I'm
y'all.
in it. It's why I'm in it. It's why I'm in it. It's why I'm in it. That's why I'm in
I
it.
was rolling with you.
You a
I was
little
like,
bit
yeah,
toxic.
okay. I was like,
That's why
wait.
I'm in it. That's why I'm in it. Listen.
Okay, Don, go
So
ahead. How do
for
you,
me,
as a man, like to be loved? Like, what makes you feel good as a man? Like, what do you expect from me, a woman, to make you feel loved?
My boyfriend probably like, what the fuck?
so honestly, of course, respect,
Yeah.
honesty, all of those things, there's only a few things that men really require.
Mm-hmm.
However, for me, before you're willing to say I love you or I'm in love with you, because I love you is I can say, yo, I love you, boy. That's my people. But before you can say that you're in love with me, you have to be
Mm-hmm.
ready for it to be unconditional.
Yeah.
Don't say, saying I'm in love with you, but only if you, because you could save that. Saying, like, you can keep that shit to yourself. Saying, if you being in love with me have conditions, I don't even want that shit. But
So,
if go ahead.
I'm not trying to cut you off because it's like I gotta ask you this while we talking about that, like, because I do agree with you, but like, okay, so hypothetically, if your wife go cheat on you tomorrow, but you love this woman,
Mm-hmm.
is that a condition that you're willing to look past and
So
be like, because I love her unconditionally, even if she cheat, I still love her and I
Some
want to be
people
with
do.
her.
Some people
so
do.
it's it's
Some people
it's
do.
hard to say because I'm not in that position. Because
Yeah.
you could say
Period.
all of the shit that sound rosy and rainbows, but
Period.
when you're in that position, you like the fuck. But I do feel like if you're willing to immediately get rid of somebody because they did something stupid or made a mistake, like we're all human,
Yeah.
we have accidents, we
Yeah.
slip up.
That
If
ain't
you're
no.
not willing to get into
Accident.
the root, yes, what I'm saying, they slip, trip,
Oh, what you
fell on
gonna
a
trip
dick,
and fall in
you
the
know.
Because
pussy?
they
It-
slip.
Dawn.
Stop playing,
My
Dawn.
man said he gonna trip and fall in it. Oops.
Sometimes you might, what I'm saying, it was a
Oops.
pothole you didn't see, you
Stop
tripped into some
playing.
pussy, it happens.
Dawn, don't make me come through this screen. Donovan. Shit.
Shut the fuck up, yo.
if
Y'all.
you're not willing to get to the root of what caused that, and like I've said on previous shows, some men are just dogs, some women are just dogs, and they will just go out and cheat even if everything is perfect at home. Now those people, you ain't got to get to the root of that shit. You already knew that shit. You just skipped over the red flags in the beginning. But
Yeah.
sometimes everything is perfect at home, or everything is moving in the right direction at home, and you accidentally do some, not accidentally, but you fuck up. You
You
fuck up. I can say
chose to.
accidentally
Yeah.
because it
We're not
wasn't. It
bringing
wasn't an
that
Right,
into
accident.
that
because
grown ass
that's
adult
You
the
thing.
fucked up.
because Right, because if anything, that's the wrong way of going about it. Y'all should be addressing the root of the issue before people
Right.
start cheating.
Right.
You
Fact.
cheat on me, I'm gone. Straight up. Bye.
Yeah.
And I agree in a sense because
But is that
sometimes
really unconditional?
no. So right. So the unconditional part is I'm not willing to throw away what we have because I'm unconditionally in love with you. So I'm not willing to throw away what we have just because of a mistake. I want to find out where that mistake lies at. Like where did we go wrong that you happen to be in that position? Maybe you wanted, no saying my woman wanted to go to museums and shit, and I'm like, nah. And there's this dude that's like, oh, I would love to go to a museum with you. See, I gave that nigga room to get in. So
Yeah.
that's no saying if I was there with her, shit wouldn't happen. So you got to sometimes get into the root, and sometimes you really got to make those sacrifices. Like, you know what? I'd rather be watching football today, but she want to go to the museum. DVR that football and come back home and just stay off of social media so you don't know who won.
Yeah.
Come home and watch that game. But sometimes you really got to make the sacrifice, especially when it comes to your woman, because women don't automatically cheat physically. And that not I'm not talking about the cheating women, because cheating women, they walked out the house knowing I'm about to go get some dick. Like, or the cheating dude, you know what I'm saying? He was like, I'm looking for a bitch to fuck. I'm talking about the, you know what I'm saying, the women who they just happen to spark up an interest in somebody because they're spending time with that person.
Yeah.
Why are they spending time with that person? Where did the guy go wrong that allowed his woman that much space to go spend time with a dude?
Yeah. Yeah, I think like I truly believe that like if you say you love someone, it should be unconditional. That doesn't mean you have to accept them disrespecting you. You know
Oh
what I'm saying?
no, right.
Like I
On
feel
that.
like you know what I'm saying? Like, cause it's like I could truly love you with all my heart, but if you like do me wrong, eventually I will like I'm not gonna say eventually, but I will walk away. You feel me? But
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
feel like at the same time, the love, like me saying I love you, I might not be in love with you because of like you show me who you are, or you might have changed. But I feel like I would still love you as a person. Like I still wouldn't wish no ill will. I still want the best for you. I would still want you to get whatever help you need in life and for you to be
Mm-hmm.
successful, you know. So I feel like if you tell somebody you love them, I feel like it should be unconditional. That's not to
Mhm.
say like I'm gonna love them and look past like, you know, how they disrespect me, you know.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
don't know if that's gonna like with conditions, but
No, I
like
definitely feel that. I feel like it can definitely be, not necessarily fuck them, but yeah, and you still
yeah,
want the
because I
best
feel
for them. Like, I
like
don't like you, but
yeah,
I don't wish you no ill will.
right, right. Like I feel
Hmm.
like when someone cheat on you for real, and especially like when you like love them,
Hmm.
like when it first happens, you is like operating out of a place of like you're angry, you
yeah,
know.
of course, of
So it's
course.
like, you know, even if you're like, fuck them, bitch, go to hell, like you could be calling them every word in the book. But it's like once you really heal from that situation, even though it still might hurt you, you know, because sometimes like it takes a long time for people to get over shit. But I feel like once you truly heal, you could be like, you know what? You can even pray for them and be like, I wish them nothing but the best. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's like they hurt me, and I think it hurt because you be like, dang, I would have never did you like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like I
I
love
feel
you,
Yeah,
but
that.
that's
I would
that's the
never do you
part that
like that.
hurts.
I feel
Yeah,
That's the
that.
part that hurts.
I feel like that way towards my ex. I feel like at first, when we first broke up, like I feel like if I would have saw him in person, like I probably would have ran him over by a car. Like even
Oh
even
yeah.
now,
Oh,
like
that's a
oh,
fact.
oh,
even now, like
oh, oh,
Brandon be like, yo, when I see that nigga, yo, it's on site. I'm like, for what?
Yeah,
For
oh,
what? No, it's not
oh.
even.
Hmm.
No, it don't even
You a
gotta
little
be like
violent.
that. Like, I'm just,
You violent.
you
Mm-mm.
know, who's violent?
You are. You be trying to
it's
I
not
used to be. I used to be
unalive
very
people with your
violent.
car.
I used to be extremely violent. I have hit a person with a car before. I used to be extremely violent, but yeah, that stopped in 2018. I'm better now.
I'm glad. I'm glad you are.
But don't try me. Come back.
When you and I can't say I've never had anybody cheat on me because I'd be lying. You know what I'm saying? Like they did. Yeah, no. Fuck it, they did it. And they wanted to try to get back together, and I'm like, my ego just won't allow it. You know what I'm saying? At the time. And maybe at the time I really just wasn't in love with them because I was willing to be like, yeah, no, I'm good. You go enjoy that shit. I'm fresh,
But I don't know. I feel like that doesn't mean that you don't love somebody. I don't feel like that doesn't mean that you don't love somebody. You're just not gonna deal with what they're dishing out. That don't mean that you don't love them.
Yeah.
Because trust me,
no.
you cheat on me. What?
If you're in love with somebody, you're not so willing to walk away. Now, is it going to be hard to
I feel like you could be in love with someone and still walk away.
Yeah.
It's hard to forget.
Because you can't love somebody unconditionally if you're not unconditionally loving yourself. And I feel like if you're sitting there taking disrespect, then you're not unconditionally loving yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like the love.
Well, no, yeah.
100%, absolutely, yeah. I agree.
If you're willing to take disrespect, and I definitely believe in that. If don't let anybody disrespect or demean you, to the point where you're losing your own values.
Exactly.
Don't lose your own values. And you can still try to forgive somebody, but let's just be honest. We human, and every time you look at that person, you're gonna be thinking about, oh, you wasn't smiling and shit like that when you was out there cheating. You know what I'm saying? Like it takes a lot to get past that.
Yeah, that's
I've never had a situation where I've gotten past it either. So
got past someone cheating on you?
Cheating on me? Yeah, I've never gotten past that shit. Mate, nah.
So do you feel like when someone do you wrong, you feel like you really resent them?
For a time, yeah. Yeah.
Like the people that's cheated on you, you still got beef now?
Nah.
Oh, okay.
That's just water under the bridge. I wish them the best. You know what I'm saying? I'm still cool with it. I am pretty much, with the exception of probably a handful, I am still cool with everybody I've dealt with. Now, I may not be cool to talk to them all the time, but if they've reached out, I'm like, hey, what's good? I don't have no ill will against anybody I've ever dealt with.
Yeah.
Except for there's a handful that I wouldn't piss on if they was on fire, but that's just them,
Yeah. Ain't no beef.
Yeah. Do y'all feel like if y'all resent someone, that means you're not truly healed from that situation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
I feel like you should be able to, like we said, you don't gotta love that person. I mean, not even that you don't have to love that person, but I mean, I feel like after a while, shouldn't be no beef.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
like I said,
honestly, I tell my grandmother that all the time because my grandmother, the one that raised me, has a very, very bad habit of, now mind you, she only does this while I'm on the phone with her. She has a very, very bad habit. Don't kill me, Brandon, because I told you this multiple times before. She constantly calls. Oh, how's Charles? Girl, what?
Shut the fuck up.
She'd be like, I just say his name because I just hate him so much. I just hate him so much. I'm like, Grandma. Wow. I'm like, Grandma, let that go, baby. Let that go. Take that hate out your heart. Please let that go. Let that go. Take that hate out your heart, girl, because trust me, it's not in mine no more. It's not in mine no more. So, yeah, go ahead, take it out, because I understand that he hurt your baby very hard. I understand. But I'm good now. I'm okay.
Wow. Yeah, that's deep. That's
deep. Blown, bro.
When have y'all ever experienced like true betrayal from a previous relationship?
Yeah.
Like I mean, if you want to, what was the extent of it? It's up to y'all.
Like like not just a lie, but an ongoing lie, and they were cheating the whole time, an ongoing lie, and I was just like, and then I had to get on my, okay, so now I got to sit there and dissect the whole situation because one and one not making two for me right now.
Yeah.
And it was like, when I tell you, it was a year-long lie. And I'm like, and after a while, it was just like, okay, so I know the lie. Now I'm just gonna try to play dumb so I can figure out how to just fuck your whole world up, because that's how I do. I get back. I don't.
Oh, you get your lick back?
Hell yes. Hell yes. Hell yes. I'm not one of those, I'm gonna be physically abusive. Nah, fuck that. I'm good. I don't want to give up my freedom for nobody. However, I'm gonna let you know everything I did when we done. Yeah. Everything. Because I'm women, like when I used to, because I don't do that shit no more. When I used to cheat, they would always catch me doing shit I wasn't doing. Like, they would catch me when I wasn't cheating. Okay. You just showed me how to get over on the situation now, because I know where you looking at.
Now, is it true betrayal when you're just like ignoring red flags, or
no? But
that just being dumb?
Betrayal is like stabbing you in your fucking back. Like, I feel like it's the grimiest of the grimy that you could do to somebody.
Then no, I feel like I haven't experienced it. Angie just be like, you know what, you did that, whatever. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna deal with it. Not anymore.
That's what I feel like betrayal is. Like somebody that's like literally like stab you.
That's the betrayal.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's betrayal.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I ain't deal with that.
That right there.
No,
that right there.
That's betrayal. Thankfully, to a level.
That right there.
Yeah, no. Thankfully, I haven't. Bridget, have you? Oh, who we got fight? Because we can fight somebody. Y'all still got beef? Because we can go like that up right now.
Girl, thank God for God. No.
Well, I'm still working on me, so
in my life I have. That's why I don't.
Yeah,
that's why you bang with everybody.
Cheat on me with one of my close friends, like one of my homeboys. That's about as close as it has come that I know of. Now, is anything possible? Sure. I got some scandalous ass cousins that's probably done some shit, but you know.
There you go.
Yeah, it was usually me that was doing stupid shit like that back in the days. Like that was my bag.
A mess.
Betraying people like that, but yeah, that's the ultimate betrayal.
Well, I was just gonna ask Bridget that the betrayal situation, do you think that that's changed the way that that you look at other people? Has it changed the way that you move in love and stuff like that? Because you do seem like a very reserved woman, which isn't a bad thing. Like, I'm not throwing no shade of nothing, but you are. I will say that you are, from what I see, from the outside looking in and getting to know you over the past, maybe like year and a half, you do seem like a different caliber of woman.
Yeah, like
everybody's not like you.
Yeah, I feel like that situation, because it was like it hurt on both ends, like really, really bad. It just made me I don't want to it really made me lose my trust, because I feel like if people close to you can hurt you like that, you know what I'm saying? But I realized I don't know, one thing, I don't hold people to my past, you know what I'm saying? I don't I want to meet someone and be like, oh, I can't trust you. A lot of people had those issues, you know what I'm saying? say if somebody, one of their friends was trying to talk to their man or some shit like that, you feel me? And now all of a sudden you make new friends. Now you got trust issue with trust issue with all your friends around your man. You know, so I'm not really like that. Like, I feel like whenever I meet people, I give them the benefit of the doubt, you know, but I feel like, you know, I'm an observer by heart, and I feel like just for some shit like that to go on, like, I don't know, it just made me not trust people, made me not like put nothing past people, you know. It also, it made me want to be very private, you know, like I don't want to tell nobody, like if I was to talk to somebody, I wouldn't be telling nobody like who I'm talking to or nothing like that. You know? But yeah, it just made me not trust people, like in a sense.
So
I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that was it.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, while we got everybody on here, don't leave. We're gonna make a sex playlist at the end. Well, a slow jam playlist.
Please, slow jam. Dawn, slow jam. Goodness.
My bad. Okay, we're gonna make a slow jam playlist at the end of the show. So stay with us, because everything that you input, we're gonna put into that playlist. And I'm gonna try to put it in the comments by the end of the week. So we have a whole playlist for you all to have fun or not have fun. So meditate, whatever you do to your music.
Yeah.
We'll have the whole list.
Yeah. Well, truth is the new minority said red flags we often overlook. And I definitely believe that, you know, like I said, that's something that I 100% did in my last relationship. I saw all the red flags. And even after getting out of the relationship, like looking back and just seeing all the red flags that I just overlooked, there were so many. I don't even, bro, so fucking many, bro. And I just overlooked all of them. And I feel like, you know, now in love, I don't overlook any red flags. And at this point, I don't know if it's a blessing or a curse, because, or if I just be looking for red flags now and that just miraculously makes them pop up or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like now, in my relationship, like, you know, my boyfriend has never given me a reason to, you know, like, I guess look into red flags with him.
Yeah.
But it's still like instilled in me to, you know, just, I guess, I don't want to say question everything, but kind of sometimes. Kind of.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Lex's question. Lexa said, do you feel like you overlook red flags and fear of loneliness? I do feel like people
absolutely
do. I feel like that's like one of the number one reasons why people overlook, because they're comfortable, because they sometimes, you know, whether what type of person you dealing with, they might manipulate you and make you feel like you can't get any better than them. So in your mind, you start believing that you can't get any better than them. But I truly believe when people go through like really bad relationships, instead of looking at it like, you know, such a bad thing, look at it like, what did you learn from that? You know, because like you said, Angie, because it's like now you're able to point out red flags a lot easier, you know, where it's like, if you didn't go through some of those dark times that you went through, it and say like if you were single right now, it would be it wouldn't be so easy for you to see. You'll be very like gullible, very naive, you know, you will believe anything they tell you. And sometimes you do have to go through those things to be like, you're full of shit, you're a fucking liar. Like, you know what I'm saying? Where you see shit, you know, right off the bat. But I feel like that comes with like experience, and I feel like also with age, you know. So I don't think is wrong. I don't think it's a bad thing when people go through like bad relationships, because to me it's really like a lesson, you know.
Yeah.
If you choose to keep putting yourself in the same, you know, I feel like God gonna make you keep learning your lesson until you, I mean, keep putting you in the same situation until you learn your lesson, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had a topic. Let's talk about these vibrations. Let's.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about like people who are like who, you know, have like low vibrations and people who have like high vibrations, which is like, to me, basically to sum it up, like good and bad energy, you know. So I just want y'all to talk about like some things that y'all feel like would give people like low vibrations, low bad energy. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like some people just operate there at all times, and they stuck and they don't know how to, you know, operate at a higher frequency, you know.
Mhm.
So like what are some things that y'all feel like could cause people to operate at a low vibration versus what can they do to operate at a higher vibration?
So for somebody to have low vibrations, I think it's the inability to self-reflect. Like you
Mm,
don't see your negativity,
yeah,
so you're willing to impart that negativity on pretty much anybody you come in contact with.
yeah,
Somebody who has a high vibration, I think they spend a lot of time reflecting on themselves.
mm,
So I think before they spew anything out into the world, they put it on themselves and say, okay, how would I feel if this was coming back? And that usually generates that high vibration situation. Like, because everybody they get around, they want everybody to feel at their best. They want everybody to be at their best, and they won't bring anybody down.
yeah.
Um,
Okay.
Truth is the new minority hit it right on the head for me personally. I think he said, I think vibrations come from where you are in life mentally, physically, financially, spiritually. I could even say emotionally. I feel like that's how I feel about it for even me specifically. Like I feel like there are times where where my vibrations are super super low, like, you know, like I've talked about this before, like you know, the things that I'm going through now, like not being in the best place in my life, being, you know, a little depressed and stuff like that. Like I feel like on a daily my vibrations are pretty low, and
Mm,
I feel like that's because, you know, how I'm feeling is just low. So that's kind of what I'm putting out there in the world.
yeah,
But I do feel like at times, you know, my vibrations are really high. Like all my days aren't low days. Like, you know, I feel like at times my vibrations are really high, you know, if when I'm in a good situation, you know, if I'm hanging out with my friends, or, you know, if I'm just, you know, in a place where I'm surrounded by love and things like that. At that point in time, you know, my vibration, I feel like my vibrations are really high. My energy is really high. So,
yeah,
you know, I feel like, yeah, I feel like it really does. I feel like it really does tie into, you know, where you are in life at that moment.
yeah.
Mm.
I can agree. I do. I definitely. I agree with both of y'all. I definitely feel like the key to like not vibrating at a low frequency is definitely self awareness. What Dawn said, um,
Mm-hmm.
which I feel like it's a good amount of people that lack that or refuse to like look in the mirror. You know, it's so easy for people to just point the blame and be like, "Oh, you did this and you're this way and you're that way," instead of being like, what am I? What's toxic about me? What can I better
Mm-hmm.
myself at? Like, oh, I have
Mm-hmm.
patience. How can I learn patience? You know,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just I truly feel like, and like we all human, it's like we go through stuff, but I feel like every single day you should wake up trying to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to
Yeah.
better yourself in some type of way. Like, you know, like um yeah, the truth is the new minority said, I think negative people can drain you, and myself I get away. If it's a friend, I try having a convo. Yeah, I definitely. I feel like anything that's like low vibrational is like people who are not supportive of you. Um, because I feel like if you don't have a support system, you know what I'm saying? Like it's gonna discourage you at whatever you feel like is your purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like talking negative upon yourself, you know, like I like speaking things to existence, you know, like so I'm not about to say the B word, like, you know, broke. I'm not about to say like, you know,
Yeah.
I love how
I
broke is
even
her B
if
word.
even if like if I and I didn't want to say it, but I had to say it just so people
But
know. But it's like
I mean, it's
you
you.
know, but I don't like speaking I don't like speaking negative things into existence. I don't like saying I can't, because I know that anything is possible that I put my mind to. Um, Anything that I want to manifest in my life, like I'm gonna manifest it like I already got it, So I feel like that, but I feel like some things that can also like cause you to operate at a low vibration is like maybe the toxic type of foods that you're taking. No shade to nobody, alcohol, maybe drugs. I feel like what you're watching on TV. This is no shade to nobody because I don't know what y'all talking
Dawn,
about.
Dawn, she coming for us, Dawn. She said we some low vibrational motherfuckers. Our vibrations are on the floor.
Y'all know what I'm talking about, okay?
Kevin motherfucking said,
As I was getting ready to grab my drink, I was like, okay.
God damn it.
It's no judgment.
My vibrations, God damn it, are low. I'm saying.
It's no judgment, but I gotta speak on it. But yeah, I feel like I'm not telling no one that they can't indulge, but like overly indulging, like, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, like, me, for example, was it last Sunday or maybe the Sunday before? I went out with my homegirls because my one homegirl's like, she moved today. And we went to brunch, and then the whole time, like, we fucking kept drinking. So
Girl,
then
you was
boom,
drained.
we get to Monday and I'm literally hung over, and it affected my entire day. I didn't want to go to the gym. But then, like, the next day, I did force myself to go to the gym. But then it drained me for the whole rest of the week. So it threw me off. You know what I'm saying? Even with my clients coming in, I wasn't in the best of moods. You know, and my one client, I'm like, sorry. Like, on Monday, I was like, it wasn't this Monday, but I think last Monday or Monday before. But I'm like, I'm hungover. She was like, oh, because you look so mean, when you answer the door. You know what I'm saying? But that just show you, like, the effect of what it caused on your body, indulging. So I definitely feel like indulging in like bad food, because even if you eating bad food, you're gonna feel sluggish. You're not gonna feel confident about yourself. So I feel like things to like have high vibrations to me is like, I would definitely say number one, having a relationship with God, because I feel like God is like the key to everything in your life working in your favor. I feel like as long as you're obedient to God, I feel like God will truly bless you. But I feel like love yourself, connect with nature, eat good food, work out, take the time to learn stuff instead of watching like, you know, TV and movies that are like, not realistic, but I feel like take the time to learn things to expand your mind, and whether, like the person said, like even financially, anything that you lack in, like, so I feel like those is things that can help you operate at a higher frequency. And I feel like it can also help you be more in tune with yourself, with your feelings, with other people's feelings, being more of an empath, yeah. So I don't know, those are just things that I feel like you can do.
Like, I feel like there was a time when I would joke around about certain things.
My fucking nervous.
I remember there was a time when I used to joke around about certain things. Oh, I'm broke as a joke. I don't even say things like that no more. As a matter of fact, when people ask me, like people will hit me up and be like, yo, can I borrow money? I don't even say I don't have it. I let them know I just don't have it for you. I got it for me.
Right.
I just don't have it to lend. Because if I lend it to you right now, I'm gonna need it right back, because that's me sustaining myself.
Right.
Sometimes you got to tell somebody, I just don't have it for you. Because if you keep speaking, I don't have it, you never will have it for you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not even to lend out to other people, you'll never have it for yourself.
Yeah. Like part of it is like setting boundaries. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's a part of like, learning when to be like, no, cut people off, and it's like, if y'all ever notice, you know what I'm saying, it's a huge difference when you are surrounded around people with very low vibrations, very bad energy, you can feel that. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're working on yourself to be your best self, your highest self. It's like you come in a room and you can feel that. And like people who are actively trying to have good energy, the last thing you want is somebody around you who have bad energy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And then you'll notice too that it's like the better energy you have, you'll also notice like the people that attract to you, whether it be like friends, like relationships, like anything like that, So I feel like it's why are you laughing, Dawn?
Because somebody who's watching the show just gonna send me a text message talking about let me hold 50.
Hey yo. And you better send her 100. No, you better send her 100
150
right now. Apple Cash her right now. Right now.
But you gotta have and the vibration thing. Like I'm glad when you brought up this topic, I was like, yeah, it was a topic that grabbed because we don't always look for. Okay, your vibe is bad today. I need to, we cold still, but just not today. Today's not the day.
I think another thing is like it's a difference between like I feel like a lot of us were a work in progress. But I feel like it's people that literally are stagnant and okay with operating at a low vibration. You got people that is okay with not working, drinking alcohol, using drugs every day, like you know what I'm saying, like and living a very toxic environment, and I think like if you actively like working on yourself, you can't surround yourself around people like that because then you start to like transfer energy. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be in a good mood, but because you're around all these toxic, low vibrational people, it's like they bring you down to their level. You might start feeling like that, and next thing you know, they taking your energy. You know what I'm saying? They might not maintain it, but they're gonna take it from you. They're gonna drain you. So
like I tell people all the time, if you want to get rich, position yourself around rich people. Because broke people can only really teach you how to be broke. They can't help you get rich.
Yeah.
But if a rich person hang around a bunch of broke people, I guarantee you, give it 2 years, they'll be broke too. Look at Donald Trump and all of the people. He done made a lot of them a lot more broker than they really were. If you position yourself around rich people, you'll get rich.
Yeah.
This guy.
Y'all funny.
What's wrong with drinking and doing drugs every day?
Mess up your living lungs.
That's why God gave you 2 of those things. Give you some time to. Now I was talking about the liver and lungs. That's why you got.
See, I just want to say because Dream Team said I'm on the fence about the vibe shit because as soon as the motherfucker go through a bad time or situation, folks gone. Protect your energy because they only around because shit going good for you.
That don't mean that. Go ahead. Sorry,
I
Angie.
think that nowadays more people need to check in with their people instead of just either maybe waiting for them to say something or maybe even just when shit finally hits the fan with that person, now all of a sudden you can't fuck with them because they're going through a bad time in their life. Like I think that more people really need to start asking their friends and family if they're okay. Like reach out to your people, talk to your people.
But at what point, like, I'm not telling you, everybody gonna have their ups and downs, including people that's actively trying to work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like when someone's going through a bad time, like up and leave them. Oh, because you don't have this, or like, you know, whatever the case may be. Now I got a dip. I'm not saying that, but at what point do you realize like your environment, the people that you surrounding yourself are not moving? If you coming up
Oh,
here and they staying down here, and I'm not talking about because they're going through personal shit in their life for a couple months. I'm talking about for years of doing the same old shit, years
Yeah.
of being addicted to drugs, and
see,
you the
and
only
that's
time you
why.
call me is when you need shit. I'm not paying for your drug habit. You at a low vibrational, you're not trying to grow, you're not trying to self-improve, not for me, not for yourself, not for anybody around you, not for your family. At what can I do at that point? That's what you
That's
want
why
for
I
life.
say, and that's specifically why I said, make sure that you're talking to your people, make sure that you're checking in with your people. That's when, at that point in time, you can set, that's when you can set your boundaries. Like if you're talking to your people, checking in with your people, and they always coming to you with the same thing and they not trying to fix it and they do it, you know, and they doing
Yeah,
what you said and you said they're on, that's perfectly fine for you to, that's perfectly fine for you to, you know, if you need to separate yourself, if you need to create that boundary, then you go ahead and create that boundary. That's
yeah,
all up to the limits that you want to do. Even Tobias, what you said, Angie, you right. But if my people need something and I can provide it, I got them. Whether we talked yesterday or a month ago, no, that's totally fine. You can 100% do that. But if that person is always coming to you, they always need something. They always need something every time that they hit you. Every time
yeah,
that they hit you up or every time that you speak to them, then at that point in time, then maybe you need to create yourself a boundary because they always on that. Like
yeah,
even a situation with even a situation with my boyfriend. I hope he don't go get mad that I'm saying this, but I ain't gonna say no names. But you know, he has an old friend that when this friend hits him up, they used to be real close. When this friend hits him up, this friend just always asking for money. Always asking for
yeah,
money. And you know, either Brandon would say, you know, I ain't got it right now, you know, no, I can't do it, you know, stuff like that. You know, he you know, he just lets him, you know, lets him down easy. I ain't got it. He was talking to his friends about it, about how his friend does that with some other friends that, you know, they're all cool, that they are mutual with, and that one of his homeboys just didn't reply. You
yeah.
know, sometimes you just have to, you know, sometimes you just got to set your boundary if that person's doing the same thing. And it's
Mm-hmm.
like you don't, oh, I understand that you don't know what they can be dealing with, but that's also why I said talk to your peoples, you know, talk to
Yeah,
them, try to figure out what's going on. You know, maybe they do need a shoulder to cry on, or maybe they do need someone to be there for them. You know, that could be why they're in this lengthy process. They could need somebody to be there for them. That's why you got to talk to your people. But if
right.
you're trying to be there for them, trying to help them and doing all that, and then they're still not trying to change your life, then yeah, create yourself some boundaries because you don't need
Yeah,
that in your life.
yeah, because I feel like at like certain points you can try all you want. You can be the friend, you could be there, you could be supportive, you can like, you know what I'm saying, help when they lacking. But it's like if they're not trying to change for themselves, when are you gonna realize that they are draining you? You know, at certain points it's like, all right,
Mm.
I don't want to say, but it's like sometimes you gotta wash your hands with people, unfortunately, because it's gonna start affecting you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And,
even truth is the new. I'm sorry, Dawn. I know I feel like I'm talking a lot, but I just
no, you
feel
good.
like because I've gone through this and I've had a really close friend cut me off because she said that I wasn't being there for her when I'm fucking depressed. I'm sad. I go to therapy every week. I'm on fucking medication. Like I'm not doing well in my life, and they just cut me off because they said that I wasn't being there for them when it's like right now I can't be there for you, and you didn't know that because you weren't checking in with me. Even when I was telling her that I was depressed and stuff like that, you know, she wanted to talk about other things.
Hmm.
So, you know, it's like, he said, so the fact is the problem dictates how much you help. It's not that the problem dictates how much you help, but it's like, how much are you willing to give away of yourself to a person that doesn't want to help themselves? You know, if that person does not
Right.
want to help themselves, how much are you going to give away of yourself? How much of yourself emotionally are you going to give away to them? How much of yourself financially mentally
Yeah.
are you going to give away to them? Like, you got to have something to have for yourself. Like, when you get home, you got to be able to take care of yourself. You can't do all that if they sucked you dry.
Yeah.
So
You
there was
can't
a
pour.
time. There was a time when I was going through a really, really dark period, and one of my homeboys who I could really like go over to his house and just unload, and he would always kind of push me away or whatever. And then I realized, okay, well, I was invading his space with a really bad dark cloud, and I apologized. You know what I'm saying? Like, I later went to him and I was like, yo, when I was in my dark place, I didn't need to bring that to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your sunshine place for you. I didn't need to bring that. But then when I was in my happy place, and it was like, instead of celebrating the fact that I was no longer in my dark place,
Mm-hmm.
it was cool. It was not cool that because I wasn't, my happy place wasn't their happy place. Like, I wasn't bringing happiness to them. I just found my happiness. And I was like, so I apologize for bringing the darkness, but I'm not about to chase you because I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you mad because I'm happy, that's some fuck shit. Like, you don't want me to be dark, but you mad because I'm happy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
that shit pisses
and
me off.
that's just a fucked up vibe. Like, how do you even get around that kind of fucking vibe? Like, how do you even navigate that vibe? Like, so me being dark, bad vibe. Okay, get that, cool. Okay, not working. Me being happy also somehow it creates a bad vibe for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people want to see you doing better, just not better than them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You know?
I needed that right there.
You know?
Thank you. Needed
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Oh,
lighten
I'm
the
gonna
mood
need
a
a
little bit,
drink
y'all.
after this episode. Damn, I'm
Uh-huh.
emotional. Fuck.
Why?
Yes, but
Babe,
you know
come
what?
give me a
That's what the fuck we
hug.
do.
That's the fuck.
That's what the hell we do. All right,
I'm
so it's
gonna
time to
cry.
have some fun, y'all. Everybody who's on with us,
That was
let's
me
have some
last.
fun. We oh no, don't leave the damn site. Don't leave the site. I got this damn magic mouse and it's so fucking temperamental. You touch that shit and be like, okay, we're gonna switch pages. Get it out, get it.
Girl, this be therapy because that was me last episode. I was holding back tears. Like, girl,
Mm.
ew.
All right, so we making a slow jam playlist, y'all.
Oh,
gonna
I
make
love you,
a-
babe. He texted me from the next room. Yeah, because he know I'm going through it.
We're gonna make a slow jam playlist, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So what's everybody? If you're in the chat, rock with us. The three of us, we gonna make a slow jam. Okay, so here's the rule. Rule. I feel like we got to put some fucking rules out there.
What's the rule?
Okay.
The rules, no white people.
No white
damn.
people.
No white people.
You got John D.
Y'all said John B. He black. He black. He black.
John B. White.
John B.
Motherfucker.
John B. and Tina Marie, they black. They black.
All right, so let's put a limit on how far we could go back. How about that?
Why?
Why?
No,
because
we gonna
listen,
Fucking limit on slow.
my
All right,
grandparents
so
are in their 70s, Dawn. I will throw on some Betty White, some Betty Wright. I will throw on. Listen, I will throw on some Luther. I will throw on some Otis Redding. Don't play with me.
I was trying to make it easy for everybody.
Please, I'm an old woman.
Let the games begin. Let the games begin.
Okay.
Shoot.
Bridge, what you got for us?
You want me to name all of them or just one?
Yeah, you can just let's do three apiece. Everybody three apiece. If you're in the chat,
shit.
3 apiece.
I'm not prepared.
I'm ready.
I didn't have the opportunity to look.
Okay. So even though we always talk about this person, Neo, say it.
My iPad.
Neo.
Yeah. What? Yeah. Put that on there.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna do it's a meeting in my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna do Jodeci, Freaking You.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay.
Oh
All
yes,
right.
2 Occasions. That's my shit. I was just listening to that shit last night.
I love that song.
All right,
Okay,
what you got, Ann?
Let me think.
Is there
Hmm.
anyone
So like, so freaky songs.
It could be
Uh,
freaky, whatever you want to vibe
Can
to.
it be a
That's
love song? Okay. So Nothing in This World, Avant and Kiki Watts.
okay.
okay.
Is it Kiki Watts? Kiki Watts? You know, the light skinned lady that be
Yeah.
singing.
What the fuck?
And all the children. Jesus.
What the
Fuck, what was that song I just had? No Bullshit by Chris Brown.
Okay.
Okay.
And oh shoot. Fuck, what is this song called? It's by Egyptian. Dawn, help me. Let me on right around. Let me on in my life.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
y'all know, Egyptian.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, had to
I got
throw a little Jamaican flavor in there for my man.
yeah, I got that. I got that.
Mhm.
Um,
All right, so here's my 3, y'all.
Go ahead.
When we Tank, when we I don't know
Oh,
which
I remember that. I remember
Okay.
when we what? I remember that.
Yo.
Weekend. I don't know the name of the song. I'm trying to find it right now. The song from 50 Shades of Grey.
I think it's called Worth It.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. And there's one more.
Sorry.
Jaheim. Find my way back.
Okay.
Man, Jaheim, bruh.
All right, can I
My
go?
Pray for
dude.
our man's Jaheim right now,
That's my
please.
dude. That's my
Because Jaheim
dude.
is not doing the best in life. Jaheim. Praying for you, Jaheim.
All right, so what y'all got? What y'all got in the chat? What y'all
Y'all
got?
said read the chat,
Three,
damn it, Tobias. We got y'all.
three love songs, slow jams, sex
Here we
songs. It could be
go.
any of the 3.
I am loving these songs though.
Sex Therapy, Robin Thicke.
Why is none of them
Can we
popping up for
talk?
me?
First of all, you don't know what's in my catalog. Number one.
H-Town, Knocking the Boots. That's my
Mhm.
jam. Dream
Right or
Team,
Wrong
you just
Way.
said Avant, Mario, and Jagged Edge. We need some titles.
Right. I'm gonna say Naked by Marcus Houston.
Yes. You brought
And
up Neo earlier.
Pretty Ricky. Grind with Me. Yeah.
You brought up Neo earlier, so I'm gonna say his song that he has. I think it's called "Sex in the Mirror."
Okay.
Dream, Jaheim got a song called "Me and My Bitch." Excuse me. Not me and my bitch.
Nick House said Pussy Therapy. Janae Aiko.
What else? Dance for You by Beyonce. I'm dead. Not Neo has hella hits. He just a weirdo. You are right though. You are.
Yeah.
He is an odd man.
Anywhere 112.
Yes. Even Peaches
Y'all,
and
I got
Cream
every
112.
playlist y'all need. I got a fucking playlist. If you need a wedding playlist, I got all that shit.
Send me the wedding playlist. I'm trying to
I
speak some
will.
shit into existence.
I will.
Wait, do you use Spotify?
No.
Good. Cause
Big.
okay, good. Because what I'm gonna have an iPhone for and get Spotify. Sorry.
Right.
Not doing
Right.
that.
Yeah, I got
Yo,
I
the
got
shit totally kicked me out, y'all. My bad.
Welcome back. We kept the playlist going.
I see. I wasn't getting no updates on the playlist at all. I was like, what's happening? And then all of a sudden it was like, oh yeah, you
Cartel.
signed out.
We definitely love us some vibes.
Okay. Sex therapy. Okay, Robin.
So
Okay.
let's answer the question. Do y'all like having sex to music? What's going on? Because
Hell
y'all know
yeah.
I'm not
So
having no sex right now, but do y'all?
I mean, yeah, but I'm gonna be. I mean, do I? Sure, but I haven't in a while. And honestly, once it turns on and we start fucking, I'm not listening to that music.
so it depends on the
Okay.
mood I'm in. So I got fucking songs.
I fucking so.
Oh, that's my
This
jam, Nicole. That's my jam.
there's some songs that's strictly for fucking. There's some slow, okay, okay, got those. And then there's some dancehall music. I can really do some, some dancehall.
Mhm.
Because there's still a lot of yachty in me. So
Oh shit!
yes,
Not the shameless plug.
some yachty. Um,
Dialana, think about it. We're gonna have to stream that. We're gonna have to
mhm.
stream that. We're gonna have to stream that.
Stop.
Stream Dialana.
Yeah.
Think about it. Stream that.
No.
Yeah,
No.
we do. Yeah, we do. Everybody needs to
Oh
stream
my
that song.
goodness, Nicole. I hate
No.
Trey Songz too.
We're
He's
just
a
going for
rapist.
go, okay?
Stream that sis. Stream it on all platforms. Yeah.
So I can't. So I can't say I don't like Trey songs. I do like Trey. Trey has his own group of women that you throw that shit on, you good for the night. So
You
you know.
know, I have a question, and this
Mhm.
is completely off topic, way off topic.
Okay.
Okay, can
Mhm.
y'all separate the artist from the person?
Absolutely. I can.
Hell
I can
yes.
be a person. I'm a music.
Fuck.
See, I
I'll
see
still
what
listen to
people
12 play. Fuck that.
and number one, this is another thing because like what people fail to realize, like even with R. Kelly has wrote so many hits for people. So it's like, are you gonna not listen to like Black Who and all of these other people he wrote music for? So like
hmm
I truly feel like with music, like yes, it might be off of an artist experience or maybe some, and sometimes it's not even off of just the artist's own experience, it's from other people's experiences. I feel like it's art. I feel like it's meant to create and you put out to
Hmm.
the world for people to relate to. It
Hmm.
doesn't directly have a connection to you. Like yes, technically if you stream someone's music, like they might get paid for it, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like music is a piece of art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's a piece of art. If I love a song, I'm not gonna just hate the song all of a sudden because I hate
Hmm.
who wrote it or who had
Yeah.
part in writing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't separate, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to give you my money.
So Tobias, you can't separate the person from the music?
Like I said,
Because I still rocks to R. Kelly. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna listen to Chris Brown, but I ain't going to his concert. You feel me?
I'm gonna go. I
I'm gonna
do.
listen to Chris Brown, but I'm not going to his concert.
Brown, but I don't know.
he
What is this from the
Like,
Rihanna?
I don't listen to Trey songs like that. I will skip a Trey song, but that's also because his songs now annoy me. See, you talk
okay.
about whoa, don't do CB, then don't do Trey. What you mean?
I don't know.
Same thing. Same thing.
I
Same
think
thing.
so. Everybody has their own issues.
I'm not
Yeah,
gonna condone a man putting his hands on a woman, but I mean, I feel
it's the
like
same. It's the same.
what listening to the music.
No, Nicole, she keeps saying it's not the same. Yeah, it's the same.
I don't
No,
know.
I
Like
don't. Go ahead.
I don't know. Like I just with
I'ma
Chris
still
Brown,
listen.
I feel like Chris Brown is like one of those. It's like despite what he's done, this is not condoning it in no way. That doesn't mean that he's not an amazing artist. Like or he don't
Right.
make.
Oh yeah, I ain't never said
Just
that.
like R.
I ain't said
Kelly.
that.
Like we could all sit here and go in all day on R. Kelly. Like, you know what I'm saying? We could sit here
Mhm.
grimy, he this, he that.
I'm screaming.
But is he a good
Dream
artist?
team.
Exactly. He's been a good domestic violence, but I mean, it's not saying we condone domestic violence, but at the same time, when he finally put his side of the story out, the truth came out that like she was being physical with him too. You know, and I feel like if it was a lie, she would have tried to sue him for that. So, and you got to also put in fact that they were famous, they were young as hell. Like when you were young, I'm pretty sure you slapped your boyfriend
Y'all
around
say y'all say all that
bent
until it's
it
happened to
over
one of
with a
y'all
car.
sisters or brothers.
So I feel like if you're gonna do that, if anybody's gonna do that, then there's a lot of movies you can't watch either because Harvey Weinstein and all
Yeah.
the perverts, they done made a
Mhm.
whole lot of movies and we still rocking
Mhm.
to those movies.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna stop listening to black artists, I think there's a lot of shit you need to tune out from. Hell, look at Diddy. That nigga's catalog.
That's a lot of
And
music you won't be able to listen to.
he was drugging motherfuckers up. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna shut Diddy out now?
Right.
Now, I can shut Diddy out. I can shut anything that he's physically. No, I can't even say I can shut anything he's physically on. Because everything Bad Boy from the 90s, he was on that fucking take that, take that, take that. He was
Team the fuck out of here. I'm sorry.
he was on that shit.
He
So
gonna say y'all tripping. All he did was piss on a broad. That
Like
yo, he
a
got too many
mess.
shit for me to quit.
hey, she was old enough to move. I'm just saying, she knew how to move.
I'm
No, I
screaming. Now
like
she was old enough to move.
definitely did. R. Kelly definitely did more than piss on a bitch.
Yeah. But did he do it without their consent? We ain't gonna talk about that right now. We ain't gonna do it. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Look,
Because I'm not about to be in the doghouse fucking with this damn show, y'all.
not about.
Right. Y'all ain't here protect. Listen, y'all ain't here protect the niggas that hit on women. Niggas that's colorist.
I'm who?
Go ahead. Listen.
Okay,
Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead.
girl.
Do
I,
it. Do
I
it.
think
I'ma
I think
listen. I'ma listen to Chris. I'ma listen to Chris. But we just also aren't going to deny that he beat up a girl and that he's colorist. Let's not deny that.
So wait,
is
no,
Those
he
are
didn't.
facts.
colorist or do he just have a dating preference? Did he say
No,
he
he's
don't?
colorist.
He didn't beat up a girl. He got into a fight with a girl. There's a difference. Because she fucked him up too. They fought.
Don't like brown women at all? Like you talking about in any aspect?
Yes.
Like,
No, he
we
doesn't.
was just talking to Tania Taylor. Like, so he don't like brown women?
Listen, y'all, listen. Y'all
I feel
go
like a
ahead.
colorist is someone that's like borderline like a racist. Like, you know, so I feel like if that was the case, he wouldn't associate with himself with a lot of people that he do associate himself with.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like Nicole said he's a psychologist. I don't really know nothing that Chris Brown has said.
What the fuck is this colorist shit?
About brown women.
He don't like dark skinned women. He don't like
Is
dark
that
skinned
like
women.
is that like a track like a sexual preference, or he just don't like them at all?
Probably a sexual preference.
That's just his. That's his person. That's what he wants.
Like if I say I don't like white boys because I don't like white boys,
Mm-hmm.
what would I be?
I don't think that's racist.
So just because his and I'm not agreeing that is right. If he don't, because I don't agree with that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like me, I wouldn't sit here and be like, oh, I only like light skinned.
So okay, so if that's the case, say you in a club and there's some fine light skinned men and they happen to be with the white boy. You gonna let the fine light skinned men in your section and the white boy can't come in?
Who we talking about?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm talking about Bridget. That's what I'm saying. You don't like. Listen, we in a club. You got a section. The fine light skinned man is standing over there with the white boy. He in the club with the white boy. The white boy is his friends. You invite the light skinned men to come in your section. You gonna not let the white boy in?
No, I'm not saying I wouldn't talk to them. I wouldn't be cool with them. But if I wasn't sexually attracted,
that's what I'm saying. That's what Chris Brown does. That's what Chris Brown does. He'll see a line full of beautiful light skinned and dark skinned women, but all the light skinned women can come in, but the dark skinned women can't because he don't like dark skinned women.
Oh, okay. Now I get it. Okay. I was lost. I was like,
but is that like off of is him that like I'm not saying it's not him being a colorist, but is that off of like him only wanting the women that he's attracted to in his section, or is that he just don't like brown skin women?
I don't think he likes brown skin women.
Like at all, even as a friend or like as a whole.
And even the way that he just treats them, it's rude. It's not right.
I think for every person,
I'm not gonna sit here and agree with it because I don't agree with like the. I mean, I don't know because it's not my business to tell nobody what they're sexually attracted to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not Chris Brown, like or I'm not no people that have preferences on
Baltimore, baby,
other than dating within my race. I prefer to date within my race. That means it's no, oh, you gotta be light skinned, or you gotta be dark skinned, or you gotta be this. Like to me, it's not. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Oh, I agree with it." But
is he stupid?
Get the fuck out of here! What the fuck are you talking about?
I just caught what the fuck he was saying. Somebody said he's from New York. Ange.
I am not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I am from Baltimore.
I'm not necessarily saying like I agree with people having like skin tone preferences because I think that's a little. I don't know because it's like no. I feel like when it comes to like me not wanting to date like a white person, like I feel like it's culture, I guess. But I feel so ignorant when people be like, "Oh, I don't like someone because they light skin," because it goes on both ends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like that's another subject for us to talk about. But you get that a lot too. You get a lot of people that be like, "Oh, I don't like light skin people." You know, like I've literally had a light skin man say that to me before. Like, that's why I don't like light skinned women, and I'm like, okay. Yeah.
So I just look at it as whatever your preference is, and I'm not gonna knock anybody for their preference. I'm from New York, where it don't fucking matter what the hell you look like, whether you are if you're white, black, light skin, dark skin, we don't trip on that shit. Like, that's just not our bag. But the further you do go down south, it does change a little bit. It does change. That light skin, dark skin bag is a little different the further you get down south. But I just feel like
even other countries,
their own. You know, like if that's Chris' bag, you know, I feel like he missing out on some good shit. You know what I'm saying? He missing out on some shit, but
yeah, because
so be it.
I talk about it's definitely women actresses and male rappers and male actors that only prefer to date white people. You know what I'm saying? Are they colorists too because they only like white people? You know, because they're only known to date white people. But you know, I don't know. I don't really know too much about Chris Brown. Like I like Chris Brown music, but I'm not. I don't know. Like I don't know too deep, into Chris Brown. I just know good music when I hear it. That's all I can say.
See, I'm like Tobias. I'm not French vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe. All
Yeah,
that shit.
I'm Slovenian, not the ice cream.
yeah.
All of that. All of them.
What? Why did? Okay, so since we're on this topic, why do y'all feel like people? I don't know, because this is such a hard topic to talk about. But why do y'all? Some people would prefer like we're gonna just speak on black people who date within their own race, like within their black race, right? Why do you think some people prefer dark versus light?
I don't know.
I don't have a preference. I mean, let's just be honest. I like pussy. Like,
Yeah,
fucking across the board. But some there's guys who are intimidated by different complexions.
Mm-hmm.
Some guys hate complexions based on past experiences.
true.
And so
No
that's
hatred.
guys. Women, I don't.
I can agree with that, Angie.
Women, I don't know what drives it for women. Like some women will look at a light skinned dude and be like, oh, that dude is fly because he light skinned, but is he really though? Like, come on, really?
Yeah, I don't think like attraction is really based on skin tone, because there's ugly ass light skinned people, it's some ugly ass brown people, and there's some ugly ass dark skinned people. You feel me? And no shade to the ugly, because I feel like everybody got something beautiful about them. You feel me? Maybe
No
less.
shit. I'm screaming. She said no shade to the ugly people because low key y'all pretty too.
They might not be that attractive.
And that was low key shade too.
But I
Low
just
key y'all pretty too.
like I've definitely seen ugly ass fucking light skinned people plenty of times in my life. Like, just because you're light skinned don't mean that you look any better than anybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I've seen beautiful, beautiful brown skin and dark skin women, men. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel like, I just like either you're attractive or you're not. You know. But I feel like everybody got something beautiful about them. You know.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Tobias and Dream Team that society's perception of beauty really
Yeah.
does have a heavy hand in the skin tone that people, desire, and that darker women are perceived as having a bad attitude as a stereotype. I've definitely heard that before. Or, that's black women in general, I
True.
feel.
Yeah.
I feel. And uh Ombre Logo said for the ladies, Bridget, do you have a height preference?
A height preference?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a height preference. Like, I'm short as fuck. So I'm 5 foot even. So no, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, a guy gotta be 6 foot or nothing like that. I think that's crazy. I feel like a guy gotta have a little height on me. I wouldn't want someone that's like the same height as me.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So like, I'm very, very short. So like, I'm not gonna lie, like I don't want someone to be like the same height as me or like just very, very close to my height.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I don't fucking know, because maybe anything over 5'3", 5'4", 5'5", I don't fucking know. It just gotta be how I look. You feel me? But
he can't be shorter than you though. He can't be short.
Listen, I like me a tall man. I'm short as hell. I'm 4'11", and if your chin can't sit on on the top of my head, it's no go.
You can almost get a little person check, and you almost get a little person check.
I don't know. Like,
I should look into that.
I'm not gonna be like, I don't feel like people had to be a certain height. I just don't want somebody that's like hella short like me. Like,
if y'all looking eye to eye, that's a no go.
Fuck no.
Yeah, because once you put on some heels, it's a wrap.
Yeah, but
6 foot Tobias, that's very tall. My boyfriend is 5'10".
Yeah, Angie, even though like me and you, we basically the same height, right? Like,
oh, you 4'11" too? Oh shit!
No, really? I'm 5 foot even. The fuck. But
yeah, and how I hold myself high.
Like, you're not gonna sit here like, if you were single, right? You're not gonna
Mhm.
sit here like a dude gotta be 6 foot.
No, no.
You know what I'm
There's
saying?
there's no number on it. No. But
Yeah,
if we look at eye to eye,
yeah.
you're a child.
I don't feel
Gotta
like,
be.
yeah, I don't know. Any guy that I ever really talked to, they always was like taller than me. So it's like I don't know. And I honestly I wouldn't want someone that's like a fucking giant. I don't want my fucking head to be at your waistline and no shit like that. Like, you know,
Yeah, you just gotta be taller than us. Just be
yeah,
taller. Just be
basically.
taller. Yeah, just be
Yeah,
taller.
I've dated fuck, across the spectrum. Like I really shorter women.
Have you dated someone taller than you,
That's
Don?
yeah. It was a challenge. I just yeah. She was 6'2". Fuck
Woo!
that. Yes.
That's a tall
Got,
lady.
gotta fucking get down. Let's see how this shit happens. And I'm only 5'10" in sneakers. So yeah. I was like, okay, let's see how this shit goes down. Why not?
Do y'all feel like a lot of these single women is being Angie, why you sneaking smoking? Just smoke.
Because listen, try and get a job. Try and get a job too.
Oh,
Right.
okay,
Try and get a
okay. I
job.
could dig
Try
that. I
and get a
could
job.
dig
Try and
that.
get a job.
Just don't tell them about the show.
Oh, I'm not. Oh, I'm not. I'm not. Matter of fact, I should take that out of my Instagram bio for a little bit. I'm not.
You stupid as
No.
shit. Do y'all feel like some of these single women are being unrealistic when like
Yes. Just yes.
like hell yeah. I don't
Yeah,
even know
sometimes. I feel like with
have some unrealistic expectations when it comes to men. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause I feel like some of them women are just like, she said you called us out. Who she talking about? I don't know what she called, but or me. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like a lot of women be having unrealistic expectations. Like they want men to be a certain height when they might even be the same height, or the man might be a little bit taller, but it's like when she got heels on, if she's like the same height as him, that's the issue. You know,
yeah, I feel like it ties into something that either you said in the last show, Bridget, or maybe the show before that, but like the type of person that you putting out there, is that the type of person that you want to receive. Like, you asking for this whole list of things, this whole list of check off on the list and stuff, and it's like, are you checking those things off on your own list?
right, yeah,
And
yeah.
that's important because a lot of times, and I've been guilty of that shit.
Let's call women out today, because I feel like I be coming for the men a little bit. Let's call women out. What do you feel like? Yeah, I'm calling us out.
Let's call us out.
What do you feel like? What are some unrealistic expectations that it's like maybe we women need to reconsider when looking for men?
I think, and this is something that I had to reconsider.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need to reconsider how much money that man is spending on you. Like,
Okay.
girl, calm down.
Yeah, I agree.
Calm down. Like, the first date, he do not have to wine and dine you. This man does not have to be dropping bags on you for this first date. Like, calm down. Like, even the second date, third date, like, come on, calm down. Calm down. He does not have to be, paying for your Uber to get to the restaurant if you don't want to drive. Girl, pay for it for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
wait, that's a
you
thing.
shouldn't be.
Stop. Pause. That's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it might be. I don't know. I'm just pulling stuff out my ass, honestly, at this point. But
you got some women that once you take them to a very expensive restaurant, you got them wanting you to pay for their Uber, wanting you to pay for their fucking babysitter, you not to take them to Cheesecake Factory. But yeah. Like you said, Angie, I agree, because I feel like initially when you first meet someone, it's about getting to know them to if you want to continue talking to them on a deeper level, So I feel like even if y'all going to go get coffee or like even a fucking box of pizza and y'all just having conversation. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I feel
Yo,
like if you're
so
not making a certain amount of money, girl, don't expect him to make that amount of money.
facts.
Yeah.
Like you
Like,
making 60K and you expect him to make 120. Girl,
so
damn.
there are women who, so that whole where you taking me to eat shit. The problem I got with that is women will say, now there are women who are foodies and they will spend no matter what the fuck the money is on a good meal. Hands down, I've seen it. But if your ass is old Charlie's all motherfucking day, don't be expecting Ruth Chris because just because you're going out with me.
Yeah.
Fuck that. We
Yeah.
gonna go comparable to what you normally get and what I normally get. I'm not about to break the bank on a first date. Come on now.
Mhm.
Why? For what purpose?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the
What
first date could be the last date.
right.
Quickly.
What are some other unrealistic expectations that women should consider when dating?
So a lot of unreal expectations, or at least one for sure, is a woman wants a man who is super successful, but they don't realize with super successful comes less time for you. Because if a man is super focused on his career, he's not going to stop being super focused because you came into his life. You're going to spend a lot of days at home by your damn self because he was career driven from the beginning, and he's going to still be career driven. And I know somebody on this chat that's really career driven. Luckily, he makes time for family, but really career driven.
Yeah.
So if you want that career driven person, understand there are some downsides to that shit.
Yes, they are.
And I've had women who attack me on both fucking levels. Like when I was an ain't shit nigga hustling drugs, they was like, I want you to be a career dude.
Yeah.
All right, cool. When I switched over and I got a career dude, you need more time for me. Now you can't have it all. You can't have it all. Because that those two things don't exist. Either a man is career driven and he gonna be out there making his money, or he gonna be sitting in front of the PlayStation and he might work 3 hours a motherfucking week talking about, yo, you got dinner. So you gotta find that healthy medium for yourself.
Yep.
So that's definitely one thing. My
We're
bad. I
going
got
through
on the
that now.
soapbox on that one.
Dealing with that right now.
The guy, the women who want that guy who is hardcore thug, but still he's a hopeless romantic. Those two things don't go together. It don't.
Wait, say it again.
A woman who wants a hardcore thug, that nigga in the streets like what, holding gats, and you like, but I want him to be romantic too. That nigga ain't thinking about fucking romance.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. Nope. I don't believe that.
If he
I don't
ain't
believe
over
that. Nope.
45,
They're
that
they're
shit
out
don't
there.
exist.
They're out there, ladies.
Yeah,
Don't let
over
him down you. They're
45.
out there. They're out there. Get your shooter. He will love you. Don't say that.
If
Don't say that.
Yo.
Don't say that. He will love you.
yeah,
Go
but
get you a fair man.
that motherfucker ain't
Listen.
sitting there rolling up to your job bringing you flowers. That's not a thug. You know what I'm saying? That ain't thug shit.
He could be a thug. Yeah, all right. Yeah. Tuh.
You better find a retired thug if that's what you want. Because a thug in the streets, that's not what he doing.
Man. I know some pretty
who
I know some
church
pretty
over
I know
here?
some thugs that are pretty nice, that are pretty respectful.
Oh, they'll be nice and respectful all fucking day. But he ain't showing you his feminine fucking side.
Man, he might.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Back in the
He
days,
like her,
I won't even tell you what we called them back in the days because that's no longer politically correct. But yeah. But just I think everybody just needs to. What did I hear Shannon Sharp say? Date your wage. Date your wage, not the wage that you want to spend. but date the wage that's comparable to where you at in life.
I don't
Mhm.
believe that.
Date your really date your wage.
I'm not saying like not, but that's just like saying like that's like somebody saying, because I've heard a woman say this before. Like, I put somebody I know on with one of my male friends, and like I don't feel like I'm on his level. But I feel like a good man who is like financially secure, like like not even financially, but like knows who he is, like is living in his purpose, he's gonna bring you to his level.
I agree. I feel that. I feel that.
So
I
you
feel like
so
people are, and I mean, I can't speak for the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak for the opposite, but I can speak for women. I feel like women can definitely date up even if they're not there yet.
but if you're willing to date up, okay, and when we say
Up,
date up, we're not saying somebody who makes $40,000 a year and you are looking for somebody with 7 figures because the two don't the math ain't math in there.
I'm not saying you're looking for someone with 7 figures, but that don't mean that they out of your. That don't mean that you can't date them. Like, are you serious? You got
Nah,
fucking basketball
Yeah,
you
you
can
can
date
date
whoever
them.
you want to.
I think that what he's
but you
saying
said
is that
expectation.
like yeah, like your expectation, like you
No,
I'm not
no, you can't have.
denying the
You can't.
$60,000 man because I'm
No,
looking for
you can't have.
$100,000 man.
No, you can't have the expectation, but that
Yeah.
don't mean that you can't pull somebody like that.
Oh,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Oh
My
wait,
man makes way more
a
money than I
woman.
do.
Let me clarify the situation, and let me be abundantly clear. A woman, I don't give a fuck how much money she makes. She can pull any motherfucking man as long as
Okay.
she properly collects herself and presents herself in the proper light. Because there's not too many there's not too many men who's gonna say no to a
Period.
woman because women hold some of the cards. Y'all hold a lot of the cards. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all may not have 13 books in your hand, but y'all got a good 6 books always. However, understand you being with a man or a woman being with a man that she's dating up, she better come to the table not so much financially, but you better be an addition onto a situation. Otherwise, you're just baggage. You're just something that he gonna enjoy. But now there's women who have a good business sense, even though they never had the money in their hands to create a business. Okay, so a woman with a good business sense could take a man with 6 figures and make him 8 figures easily.
Yeah, but I don't fucking know because I just don't. No. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying I'm never going to sit here and think that like somebody is out of my league because like we're all human and I
Mhm.
don't idolize people. You know, I don't care like how rich you are. I don't care if you was famous. Like we all going to die. You know what I'm saying? So I would never sit here and be like, oh, I'm not on someone's level. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know.
Now
Period.
I've
We're
run
about to
into
ship that
women who
bitch.
I'm not
I've
gonna
ran
say
into
I
women.
to a certain level. I'm not gonna say that. Like I don't like, oh, I have to have someone that makes this amount of money. No. But would I sit here and be like, I could never get a man that's rich? That's a lie.
Nah, that is a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
Period.
It could definitely happen.
Period.
So I've met women who, and I'm not intimidated by much. I'm not intimidated by dudes or women. Like I'm a fucking the dudes. I can knock out the best of them, and women, I can hold my own. But I've also met women who I'm like, yeah, I'm not holding down what you need me to be holding down in order to get in your circle of situation.
Mm.
Prime example, I had a manager. I was a supervisor and she was my manager. We both made decent money. But I told her straight up, like, I'm not willing to do. She had a dude fly in from Chicago, take her to lunch, and then fly back to Chicago. I said, "Yeah, I ain't on that level. That's not the level I'm on right now. That's not where I'm at." And she was like, "You think I'm high maintenance?" And I was like, "No, high value, yes. High maintenance, no. If that's the level you on, that's the level you expect."
What is high value? What is a high value? What
What's
would
the
you
difference?
So there's a difference between high maintenance and high value. High value is you're meeting somebody on a level and you're not willing to accept below that level, but you're already at a level. And I'm not talking about a woman that's a woman that receives welfare. And I ain't knocking welfare chicks. That's your business. I ain't knocking y'all.
Shit, I want some.
Shit, I can use some food stamps right now for real. But a welfare chick talking about, no, saying I'm only gonna date a man who makes seven figures. The math ain't mathing. But if it's a 6-figure chick and she's like, I'm not gonna take anything less than 7 or 8 figures, all right, well, you've got yourself to a level where you can start dictating some shit in your life. So a high value woman is a woman who knows I'm already at a level in my life I'm comfortable with. And for me to get with a man, I want to be with a man who is comfortable above me. That's high value. High maintenance is that chick who is sitting there talking about, yeah, I make $5.25 an hour, but I'm looking for a motherfucker that makes 6 figures.
I don't agree.
You goofy as shit. Not even high. You're not even high maintenance. You goofy.
I do not agree with you. I do
really?
not. Yes.
Okay, come on.
See,
I'm gonna tell you what I think the difference between high value and high maintenance. High maintenance, you can have like a lot of these Instagram model bitches. They got really, really nice bodies. They got really expensive designer bags. They got a 30-inch bust down. Like they like, and I don't want to speak on no celebrity women's names or nothing like that, but they'll be high maintenance, but value. Do they have knowledge? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do they have character? No, because a lot of y'all are fucking these men to obtain shit. So to me, like, high value is someone who is very self-aware, very knowledgeable. Like, y'all bitches are just high maintenance. Y'all fuck to get what y'all want and to
y'all are
have
expecting things.
to have flashy shit. Okay, y'all got thousands of followers. Y'all might got some money in the bag because y'all fucking with ballers. But do that technically make you a high value woman? No. I feel like that's a woman with character, self with respect. You know, those are high maintenance. Regardless.
All right, so let's do it real quick. Before we shut down tonight, let's do this. I'm gonna throw some women names out there, right? I need y'all to say high value, high maintenance.
Oh Lord.
All right. I'll start.
You don't want to judge?
I'll start low and then go high. All right, so cool.
Gosh,
y'all watch Baddies, right? Y'all watch Baddies?
Yes.
Yes. Nina Nunn.
I'm done.
Or Natalie Nunn. Natalie Nunn.
Her name is Natalie.
Natalie Nunn. Fuck, I don't know. Natalie Nunn. High value, high maintenance.
I feel like she both.
They're not value. Like, I feel like people like you're taking value with either looks or like how much money. Specifically,
somebody said low value.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you make money off of people at their lowest state being toxic. Mm-hmm. How is that high value? You're not trying to see people in their best light. You want people to see them in their fucking most negative light. That's not value.
That's low. So that's just high maintenance. That's high maintenance.
Yes. That
okay.
Don't mean, like she cheating on, like, I don't know. Like,
oh yeah, she's definitely cheating on her husband.
You get
well, he's cheating on her too, so we cool with that one.
You have no
We're
integrity,
not, but
you have no loyalty.
Wrong on both ways.
If you don't have no integrity, you don't have no loyalty. Like, what's valuable about that?
Okay.
Why? get a bag. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Rihanna, high value, high maintenance.
Both.
Yeah, both.
She's very
Mm.
selective of who she deal with. She's not dealing with just anyone. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got her fucking with. How many men do we honestly know that Rihanna actually fuck with? We probably could count on one fucking hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
She
Okay. I would call her high value though. I would call her high value
Yeah.
because
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily say high
whether
maintenance because
she
the
could,
maintenance she can probably take care of that
yeah,
herself.
she can maintenance herself.
Yeah, she's a
Yeah, you can maintenance herself.
Yeah, she can
So
maintenance herself.
I feel like high maintenance would be like you depending on somebody else to keep that up.
Okay, that's where I was at. Okay, cool. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm screaming, not my sis Jazz. Love her. She crazy though.
Good one. Jasmine Crockett. Somebody put that in the chat.
I feel like high
Mikhail put
value.
that in the chat.
I feel like she's also a woman that can probably, take care of her own maintenance. High value, absolutely, because she ain't taking no shit from nobody.
Anybody else got some? Let's see. Of course, I need you to calm down on this one, okay? Calm down, slow your tempo. Beyonce.
High value.
Okay.
You keep naming all these rich ladies that can take care of themselves, Dawn.
I'm not gonna say Beyonce's not high value, but I don't know too much into.
She's a little high maintenance too, however. But we'll call her high value. That's fine. I'm trying to think of the average everyday Brittany
I
Renner.
think of myself as a high value woman.
Okay, I'll take that. I feel like you are. I feel like you carry yourself that way.
I think you put yourself on a level that you don't want to be anything below, and that's respectful.
You have standards, like you're not willing.
That's respectful.
Yeah.
B. Elena, high value, got you. Okay. Yeah. So what makes a woman? What's the difference between being? I think what we're trying to establish is what's the difference between a woman being. What's the actual thing that makes a woman high value and not high maintenance?
Like I feel like high value gonna pray for you, have your best interest, whether you got it today or lose it tomorrow. I feel like morals, how they carry themselves. They have knowledge, like financial literacy. I like high value women gonna take care of themselves, like what I'm saying. So I'm not gonna say like high value women. It's not about looks, because they're gonna care about their own well-being, But I feel like it's deeper than just surface level. It's deeper than just having a nice body and looking pretty and having nice things. That's not high value. Because some of these women you date like ball players, and either when they not playing no more and they don't have shit, or y'all not together, what do you have?
Right.
Do you have enough knowledge to maintain a business of your own, other than putting a ball player on child support? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's valuable about that?
Like Love and Hip Hop, a lot of high maintenance chicks.
Yeah, very much.
What's the other one? I don't watch any of these fucking shows. So
Love and Basketball.
Love and Basketball. Basketball Wives.
Basketball Wives. Love and Basketball is the movie.
Yeah,
I'm old. I need to go to bed. In this.
Basketball Wives, a lot of high maintenance. What's the other one? Real Fake Housewives, because ain't none of them real housewives.
I'm screaming, not Fake Housewives. You dumb.
Fake Housewives, a lot of high maintenance. So that's what I mean by somebody who's high maintenance.
Yeah.
As opposed to somebody who I came into this equation with my own. Whether I'm with you or not, I'm still gonna have my own. That's high value.
Yeah. Yeah.
High maintenance is you pick me up from the gutters or you pick me up from the strip club and you made me into something because of your name. That's high
Yeah.
maintenance.
Yeah, I
That's
feel
just
like a high
maintenance.
maintenance woman just expects,
And put
just
nothing into it.
yeah.
They didn't bring any value.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them bring a brain, which is good.
Somebody who's high value is gonna, like you said, bring value into your life. They're gonna help you become
Yeah.
yourself. You know, they're
Yeah.
not.
Elevate.
It's not gonna be take. Oh, you buy me a bag. Oh, I'm taking your piece from you.
Mm-hmm.
Now you became a fucking. You know what I'm saying? I hate to speak on celebrities, you know, but it's like, I don't know. You're not gonna, you know. You see celebrities every day, and I'm not saying it's like not their own fault, but it's like you see celebrities every day. Y'all have money, y'all have fame, and y'all hit rock bottom. You're strung out on drugs, you homeless, you know what I'm saying? So money is not the only thing that is of value, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
But bringing value, we go yeah, we can start shutting it down after this. But bringing value to somebody's life is bringing value. It doesn't mean that you walked in with 6 figures or 7 figures, but you still have a 7-figure mindset. So when they're out on the road taking care of business, you're at home taking care of business. You know what I'm saying? Like you're building the next business. So when they come back, they're like, okay, look, this is what I found for us to invest in, and I did the research. So you can have a high value mindset, even if you don't have the money. You know what I'm saying? But there's women who don't have either. They don't have the high value mindset. They ain't got the money to come into the equation with. So basically, all you're gonna do is sit at home and spend money the whole time. Like that's your job to spend money.
Yeah.
But yeah, we gonna shut it down. Everybody. I don't even see how many people still on with us, but we had a motherfucking group tonight.
We did. This was fun.
We had the group of all groups tonight. Make sure everybody hit that like notification, subscribe, or like subscribe notification button. We're gonna do this next week. We're gonna chop it the hell up. I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna talk about next week. I won't know until next week. Fuck it. But we still gonna do some shit. And if y'all come on the same way we chopped it up tonight, we gonna do it next week. So we see y'all motherfuckers next Wednesday. I'm gonna give a really quick shameless plug. If you get an opportunity, check out Truth is the New Minority. Truth, the New Minority. It's me and my man Lou. We just chopping it up, acting stupid, talking about things that men talk about. So shameless plug there, because I plug our show on that podcast as well. So do that, hit that up. It's on YouTube as well. Truth, the New Minority. We got hopefully more shows that'll spin off from this. Maybe Bridget will be doing hair and showing y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't doing anything.
Bridget ain't doing nothing. She might. She might show y'all. You know just how to
We need to bring a guest on here so we can get messy.
I'm with it. Anybody got a guess? Any of the guests in the chat? Y'all want to come through?
About y'all toxic relationships.
We can be ignorant and indignant. Let's do that shit right here. Anyway, in the meantime, in between time, be easy, folks. Because this right here, Love, Sex, and Society, I think y'all got all of that shit tonight. Really? Really? Anyway. Love y'all.